Hello everyone, my name is Hector Mendoza. If you ever have a question or would like to know how to do something in Xactimate or Symbility, you can email me at this email address right here. This is specifically to handle those kind of questions and answers. What I'm doing is a 8-part series on how to prepare to become an independent claim adjuster. And so these are the subjects that are the videos that I'll be posting. Of those, these are the ones that I have already posted right here. Okay, and basically what this is is how to become an independent adjuster, from how, what is the requirements, where to take tests, then the steps in preparing for your first inspection, all the way to actually writing the estimate and the narratives. And this gives a broad view of the whole thing. So I'm kind of going step by step, but of course there's 100 different things, like just to draw rooms. I'll show you the basics, but I could go and just probably doors. I could probably teach for an hour, and windows for an hour, maybe even possibly more. But I'm cutting it down to about 20-30 minutes. Some of these videos are about an hour long, but anyway, so let's get down to it. So right now, this is part 5, and it's a sub 2 of part 5. So let's you kind of have to follow along to see what I'm doing, okay? These are all the videos that you have to look at. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. So this is where I left off. We basically drew the rooms. Now the next thing we're going to do is, what did I say? Windows. Okay, so when you're creating windows, let me open up some claims that actually what I'll do is I'm going to create a new one just for grins, because I need to show you something. So I'm just going to hit new, and on this one here I use Liberty Mutual as the profile. Basically, it doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm going to enter a room in here. Okay, so right now, if I hit select window, my standard profile for Windows would look like this. So let's hit actually they won't, because I've changed this profile. Okay, let me see if there's some other profiles I haven't actually changed. So let me delete that one. Okay, so I know I haven't messed with, I don't think I messed with all state profiles. Okay, so let's try this again. Okay, so let's go to room. Let's go to window. Let's go to 3D. There you go. Okay, this is normally how your standard door windows are. Whenever you go in and you go to, I hate using pull downs because it takes too long. So, but I gotta show you how to do this. So you click Windows, then you click here, and it creates a window for you, right? So, or you can click here and drag as let's say it's a 5-foot window. You see right there? Okay, now it's a 5-foot window. Okay, so let's go to 3D and look at it. Okay, now another way of doing it is you can hit W and uh, click there, and it's going to give you the standard window. Okay, so let's undo a lot of this stuff. Okay, another way is you hit W and you make the size you want. Okay, another way is you can hit W, hold your control key, and just just by clicking, you can add windows. Okay, so keep that in mind. I just wanted to show y'all because I'm going to change something. Okay, and I'll explain. I'm not going to save nothing here. Okay, so let's go to this drawing. Without changing the profile for that particular carrier, I can change the profile how every time I draw a window or door, whatever profile I want to change, I'm going to change the profile. So every time I hit W, it's going to hit the make the window exactly how I want it. Okay, so the way we're going to do this is we are going to go to our options. Okay, then we're going to go to preferences. Then we're going to go to doors and windows. And my windows in my house are, let me see, with, okay, so, and I don't have grids. So you see this thing display grid, I take it off. Okay, so the width of my windows are 2 feet, 10 inches. The height is 4 feet, 10 inches. Oh, so I take that back. Okay. The base height, okay, the base height is 2 feet, 6 inch. And, okay, so this, in the profile is different than what, when you draw it. So I got, okay, so the width is, that's right. The height is 410. So this is a little bit different than when you're actually drawing, okay? Distance from floor is what they consider the base height. That's what was throwing me off. So 2 feet, 6 inches. Okay, and again, I don't want a grid in there. I'll show you what that is later. Okay, so we hit OK. So now I want to show you how fast you can do all the windows and doors real quick. Okay, so before we even start, I want to explain something real quick. If you draw a door and you left click and draw, and you hold it all the way to 4 feet 1 inch, it's automatically going to give you a double door. If you click and drag all the way to 7 feet, it's going to give you an overhead door. Keep that in mind, okay? So, and I'll show you. So let's hit D for door, or I could go right here under tools, door, okay, doors. Actually, this class is about windows. No, we're going to do all windows and doors here. No, man, no. I got to make this short. So let me see what this class is about. Okay, so this class is about add-in windows. So that's all we're going to talk about, windows. Forget about the doors. That's going to be on the next class. Okay, so windows. Now, watch how simple this is going to be. Okay, so I'm just going to go to this corner. Now, let me show y'all something. You see right in here, you see how it's kind of hard for me to see where the windows are? So now if I go in here, I hit W, which is windows down here, and I hold my control key. All I got to do is click here, okay? Now I still have my control key. I don't want to mess with my mouse because I want to keep it at this the enlargement and how the size of my canvas. So I'm going to use my arrow keys. If I go to the left, it's going to move this whole canvas thing to the right. So now that I still have my control key, there's a little window right here. Okay. Now I'm going to keep on going. I still got my control key. I got a window here. I got a window here. Now I'm going to go up, and there's no other windows on this side. Okay. So then now there's a window right here. So let me show you another thing. So right now I deselected the windows. So if I hit Shift O for outline, you see how now I can actually see where the windows are at a lot easier. So now that I still have my control key selected. So watch this. I can click here. There's a window there. There's a window here. There's another window here. I want to move my canvas that way. So now I want to move it down. And there's another window right here. And let me see. That's it. Okay. So let's hit Control plus, Control minus. And now I want to see if everything is there. All the windows are there. I can just by looking at the. Okay. So now I can go back to Shift 0, so I can see what my sketch looks like. And you see how this is selected? If I hit Escape, it's going to deselect it. You see? Now it gave me that tool. So let's hit 3 for 3D. And this is what my windows look like. Okay? That's exactly what they look like. They don't have screens. They're pre-hung windows. Okay, so let's go to number 1. And so let me see what else I can tell you about Windows, because that's all this video is about, Windows. I think that's basically it. Now the next one is going to be on doors. I'll just tell you again how I got all those commands. Okay, so the way you figure out what commands are, you see right here, I'm hovering right here on my windows. You see how it says Shift W? Those are for my walls. See, roof is F, doors are D, windows are W, missing walls are M, walls are Shift M. Where's my walls? Oh yeah, right there, Shift W. Okay, so that's how you do that. One thing, when I was drawing this earlier, look, one thing we forgot, right in here is a fireplace. So I need to create this little room here. There's a couple of ways of doing it. Okay, so if I hit my break tool, click here, hit my control key, I can select that and then just snap right there, right? That's one way. And then, of course, this would be the fireplace. Okay, now let's undo everything. The easy way to do it is by Shift W, which is walls. I'm going to left click, and I released everything. I'm going to move it over, and then left click again, and you see how it created that room. So now you just put P for fireplace. Okay. I forgot to show y'all that on that previous video. Okay, now let's get into the doors, but that's going to be a different video. So let me post this one. Okay.